It all just is very subjective because while I didn't like it, there's a lot of people that did. Hey everybody, it's Michaela and welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to be going over Air Force Tech School. I'm going to be talking about the experience, kind of hopefully answering some of those questions that you guys had. So for me, my tech school experience was a little different because of my career field. I'm in public affairs. It's a pretty small career field. We go to Fort Meade, Maryland to tech school, where we go to the Defense Information School and we learn our job with all other different branches. So we are on an Army base, but we have an Air Force detachment. So all of the Air Force are in one building. All the Navy are in one building, all the Army, all the Marines. But we do go to class together. So the experiences are going to differ from base to base, but our rules mirrored those down at Keesler Air Force Base, which is a huge tech school training base. So I can still touch on the procedures and kind of just what your day will look like and the experience overall. So the main point of tech school is learning your job. So it is like a very, very condensed technical training environment and in like a very, very dense, short college-ish experience. So, you're living in a dorm, you're sharing a room, you're eating at the DFAC, which is the dining hall, and you're going to class. So in my mind, it was like kind of similar to a college experience, but obviously you have insert all the military stuff. So again, nothing like it, but kind of like it. But what I mean is you are there in tech school to learn your job. So as far as what your classes look like, it's going to be completely different based on every job. But you're not doing it's not like high school and it's not like college in the fact that you have, 7 different classes and, you're writing papers and doing all these, general ed classes. You are only learning how to do your job. That's it. So that's pretty cool. Also, when you do finish tech school, your tech school is worth college credits. So for me, I think I got 15 college credits that transferred to my bachelor's degree program, to my electives, which was really cool because, free college classes. And also you are getting paid the entire time you're in tech school. So you're getting paid for the rank that you are. Before you leave for basic training, you want to pack a box for tech school. This is very, very important. I highly recommend it. I did it and it worked out great. So you want to pack a box for tech school. So that's all the clothes that you're going to need. So think about how long you're going to be there. Think about what the weather's going to be like. Definitely want to research your job and where the tech school is before leaving for basics so that you're prepared. This really helped because I filled up the box with everything I wanted. So, books that I wanted, some of the decor from my room back home, pictures, clothes, my laptop, all the different stuff that I wanted my mom to send. So I packed up that box, and when I graduated basics, she shipped it out. So it got to tech school by the time that I was able to wear my civilian clothes after that first week. So it worked out perfect. So to start, when you graduate basic training, you are going to either fly or go by bus to your tech school. So you cannot book your own plane ticket. Your family can't drive you. You cannot drive your own car. You are going with all the other trainees that are going to the same tech school that you are. For me, we took a flight from San Antonio Airport to Baltimore, Maryland. So you do fly or drive in uniform. And for us, we were dropped off at the airport and we were left to our own devices. So this was nice because you're not with any MTIs, you're not with any other leadership. You can really do your own thing. So we were responsible for checking our bags and getting on our flight. When you graduate, you are going to be given your orders for tech school, your plane ticket, your schedule. You're not going to have to figure that out on your own, so don't worry about that. Your MTIs and people at basic will tell you exactly where you need to go and what that's going to look like. So for us, we were given our plane tickets, we flew Southwest, and we were given all of our orders for tech school and all the paperwork that we would need when we got there. So like I said, we were dropped off at the airport. There's no one else with us. There was a group of like 6 or 7 of us, and we got to do our own thing. This was awesome because we were around people, all of basic. So I took this time to go to Starbucks by myself and kind of just have, when we landed in Baltimore, we went to the USO. If you don't know what the USO is, it is a nonprofit organization. They have buildings all over America for free services for the military. You can just look up what the USO is, but there's a USO in almost every airport in the US. So we met at the USO after we collected our bags from baggage claim, and we waited until our MTLs, military training leaders, came and picked us up. They picked us up in this little van, and then we drove to base, and it was maybe like 20 minutes. And when we got to base, we did our in-processing, which was really fast because there was only 7 of us. We were given our roommate assignments, which you do not have any control over. You do not get to pick. And then we were shown our dorms, and we were given the key. And then one of the other tech schoolers who had been there for a while, he drove us to the BX, and we were able to get bedding and paper towels, snacks, all the things we needed for the night. So it was pretty chill. So your MTLs, military training leaders, they are nothing like MTIs. Tech school is absolutely nothing like basic training. You have way more freedom, and there's really no yelling at all, unless you terribly mess up. But there's just not the same culture as in basic training. And this can kind of throw some people because you're going from a very, very strict environment to now having a lot of freedom. So please do not just go absolutely crazy and start breaking all these rules. And no, just take it slow and you'll be okay. And what I mean by that is there tends to be a lot of underage drinking in tech school. Do not do it. Do not risk it. You don't want to be kicked out in tech school of the Air Force for doing something really stupid like underage drinking. So tech school is broken up into different phases based on how long you've been there. And with those different phases, you have different freedoms and different rules as far as curfew and all of that goes. So your first week there, you are not allowed to wear your civilian clothes yet. You cannot decorate your room. So, and that's just for the first week. So you have to wear your uniform, so your OCPs, which is the camo, when you're outside of the detachment. So if you're going, around base, if you're going to the BX to go shopping, if you're going even to the movies or bowling, you have to wear your OCP camouflage uniform. If you are inside of the detachment, you can wear your PT clothes. So in the detachment, there was a day room. So there was pool tables and ping pong tables, TVs, couches, and that's where everyone hung out. And on the weekends, it was open 24 hours. And on the weekdays, it closed at 10, which was our curfew. So the first week, you can hang out in the day room in your PT clothes. When you go outside of the building, you have to be in uniform. So yes, that's your first week. And your first week, you cannot leave base. Even on the weekend, you have to stay on base. After your first week there, you do get freedoms. So after your first week, you can wear your civilian clothes after school, and you can leave base on the weekends and wear your civilian clothes, obviously, on the weekends. Your curfew is going to be strictest, because you're in the first phase. So I want to say on the weekends, your curfew is 11 p.m. And then on the weekdays, it's 10 p.m., just like everyone else. I think everyone has the same curfew during the week, regardless of your phase, just because we have to get up early for class. So, but I could be wrong on that. So please feel free to comment below if I am. It's been a few years since I've gone to tech school. But yes, there are different phases and different levels of freedom. And it's also going to vary based on how long your tech school is. So, and that all depends on your job. For me in public affairs, our tech school was almost 6 months long. So we had a long opportunity to build up to those phases. And because we were there for so long, we were in the third phase, which has the most freedoms for the longest because we had a long tech school. But not everybody's even gonna get to the third phase because some people's tech school is only a month or two long. So you may only be in phase, 1 or 2. You do share a room with one person while you are in tech school. You have a fridge, a microwave, and a bathroom. You go to school Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. In the morning before school, you have formation where you have to go outside and then you march as a flight to school. When you are in school hours, so duty hours, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, you have to march everywhere. You have to march to lunch at the DFAC. You have to march to a doctor's appointment if you have one, if you're able to walk. I don't know how it is at every base. But yes, you have to march everywhere during the duty day. But after the duty day, you don't have to. So PT, you have PT Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 days a week. In the summer months, it is in the morning, and in the afternoon, in the winter months, it's in the afternoon. So that's 3 days a week, and your MTLs are going to be the ones that create those workouts. So that's going to look like, running on the track, doing, strength training circuits and things of that nature. Also, Tech School 15, as far as weight gain, it's a real thing. You're going from basic training where you have super strict rules, right? You can only eat 3 times a day. You are eating what they tell you, and you're marching everywhere and just doing a lot of exercise. And then you're going to tech school where you're in class majority of your day. You're only working out, 45 minutes required a day, 3 days a week, and you're able to eat whatever you want. So you can have DoorDash, Uber Eats, any food delivery delivered on base if they're able to get on base. In the DFAC, there's a lot of different options. Now you're able to drink soda again. You can go to the grocery store and stock up your fridge with whatever you want. So there is no restrictions as far as that goes. The restriction though is you cannot have alcohol in the dorms at all, regardless of your age. However, if you are 21 and up, you can, after class and on the weekends, drink, and you can come back drunk as long as you're able to go to class the next day, perfectly fine. But you are able to drink outside of the dorms, but you cannot bring alcohol in the dorm under any circumstances. In tech school, you are able to wear makeup during school. You're able to wear makeup, you're able to have your hair done, you're able to have your nails done. So you can do all of that again, but just remember it does have to stay in the Air Force regs. So for my ladies, for your nail color, it cannot detract from the uniform, and it cannot be any extreme color, and it cannot be multicolor. So you can't have different color nails. You cannot have any designs. You can't have ombre. You can have a French manicure, but that's it. French manicure are solid, neutral colors. And then for your makeup, nothing outlandish that detracts from the uniform, just simple work professional makeup. And then hair color, same thing. Except you can have balayage and highlights and all of that, but just be smart. Don't do anything crazy. Read the regulations before you spend hundreds of dollars on your hair. Another thing, you can have someone bring your car if you really want someone to bring your car. I know for us, you could drive after that first week and you were able to leave base. You could have someone bring you your car and you were able to, drive on the weekends when you could leave. And in that second phase, you're able to leave base after the school day. So on school days, you could leave base. And then on the weekend, you could leave base and you had a longer curfew. And then in the third phase, you can fill out forms and request to stay at a hotel on the weekend and stay the night. So when you're in tech school, you can have your mail delivered. For us, there was a mail room, so you could have, Amazon packages delivered, Target packages, anything you want delivered. It gets delivered to the detachment, it goes to a mail room, and then there are allocated mail hours. And then you stand on these blue footprints, you stand at attention and say, trainee daily reports for mail or something like that. They go over all of that in your first week there, but you report for mail and then you go in the mailroom, get your package, and go on about your day. So that's how mail works. You can't have packages delivered. As far as your dorm goes, for us, we had like a lock and key. So inside the dorm, it was a twin size bed. You can get a mattress topper, you can get your own comforter after that first week and decorate how you want. I had like a rose gold and, you know, like pinks themed room. So I had, you know, a gray comforter, had all the throw pillows, kind of like what I have over there. And, you know, decorated with pictures and stuff on my side. And then my roommate had her side and decorated it like she wanted. You get a wall locker. So during the day it's locked, and you know, when you open it up, it had a full length mirror, and then it had dresser drawers, you know, for socks, underwear, shirts, all your regular clothes. You could hang up clothes, your uniforms. I got organizers for my makeup and all of that. So you do get spaces to store your stuff. When you are in tech school, you do have room inspections. The room inspections are going to vary based on your phase. And like I said, you're gonna get all this information when you get there as far as the nitty gritty of what it needs to look like, but you do still have room inspections. They are not intense at all compared to basic training. So really, like I said, they'll give you a list of what you have to do, but the gist is make your bed in the morning, you know, have your fridge and microwave clean, and just keep your room nice overall. So on the weekends in tech school, the weekends are yours. You can sleep in as late as you want. You can go to bed as late as you want, as long as you are in your room by curfew. But actually, so you don't even have to be in your room at curfew on the weekend. So you have to be in the building by curfew, but the day room is open 24 hours. So if the curfew is 11 p.m., you just have to be inside the building, but you're able to go down and hang out with your friends down in the day room. And it's all co-ed. So for us, male and female were on the same floor. However, your roommate was obviously of the same sex. You cannot go in each other's rooms. In my detachment anyway, I don't know if it was like that at every base, but no one could go in our rooms, even same sex. It was only your roommate that could be in the room. You could have the door open and people would talk like outside the door and have hallway parties. These are just some of the smaller things that are gonna vary based on the base that you go to. But from what I've heard from my other friends at other bases, you can have people in your room, but it is an open door policy. So if you're in the building by curfew, you can hang out in the day room all night long if that's what you want. So you can, you know, order pizza, you can't have alcohol, but you can, you know, watch movies, play pool, hang out, do whatever. So many people had like tech school relationships. So people would be, you know, cuddled up on the couch, you know, watching movies, holding hands, doing all that. Don't be one of those people that does gross stuff in the day room, because rumors spread really fast. So try not to be that person, you know, in tech school. You just want to have a good drama-free experience. Ooh. That's a good thing to touch on. Drama in tech school. Drama is real wherever you go, but I think in basic and tech school, it is just way more prevalent. When you get to your first base, besides like work drama, there's really not. All of that goes away. But in tech school, because you're in a dorm environment, you know, you're going to class, you're still very close knit, there's a lot of drama. So there was a lot of boy drama, like a lot between girls, as far as, you know, people talking to other people's boyfriends and, you know, all of that, people getting jealous, people getting mad, people hating each other, calling each other names. It was just a lot. So just try not to be involved with the drama. It's not worth it. It's all really, really petty most of the time. So just don't get involved with that. All right, something that you will have to do in tech school, it's called CQ duty. I forgot what CQ stands for, but basically what it is there is a sign-in desk at the front door. So anytime you leave the building, you have to sign out with your name and time and room number. And then when you come in, you have to sign back in. So there are two people that basically man the door and that hold people accountable for signing out and signing in. And there are different shifts for that. So CQ duty is after school and 24 hours on the weekend. So you're in pairs of 2 and your MTLs will create the schedule, or actually I think it's a special duty. I forget who creates the schedule, but someone creates a schedule and will let you know what day and time you have to report to CQ duty. So you have to be in your uniform. You're able to bring books, notebooks. You can't bring your phone. But you can bring books, notebooks, school study stuff, snacks, water, whatever. So I think there are 8-hour shifts on the weekends, which really sucks because it's a long time, especially if you're pulling the 8-hour overnight shift. But a lot of people do it. You'll get through it. It literally sucks. It's terrible, but it is what it is. It's just something you gotta do. Comment below if that is still a thing, because I know at this base for tech school, I'm at Fort Meade again, but I know that it's still a thing based on people that have just graduated from there. So let me know if it's like that at every other base. Because we were an Air Force detachment and we were a very small detachment, so there was maybe 75 airmen total. We had to do CQ duty quite a bit in our 6-month time there. But I know there are bases with thousands of airmen, so I'm not sure how that works based on the base you go to. But if you are public affairs coming to Fort Meade, just know you will be doing CQ duty at one point or another. Things to do in tech school. So after class on the weekends, there are a lot of things that you can do. Like I said, the weekends are yours. You can do whatever. I went, to the mall, to the movies. We went to University of Maryland college football game. We did like tailgating and stuff like that. It's really up to you. You can take Uber, Lyft, whatever, and go wherever as long as you're back by curfew. So, however, there is a radius, so that is going to differ based on every base. I think for us, the radius changed with every phase. When you were in the final phase, your radius, I think, was 200 miles. And then in those beginning phases, it's shorter, but that's basically how far you can go from base. And that's really just so that you're able to get back in time. But yeah, based on the phase that you're in, you will have the opportunity, depending on how long you're there, to fill out an Air Force 4392 to book a hotel and stay the night, or book an Airbnb and stay the night, or stay the night with family if they come to visit you in tech school. So with that form, you fill it all out, you submit it to your MTL, and if it gets approved, you are able to spend the weekend away from the dorm and sleep wherever. So you don't have to sign in and be in your room and all of that. In tech school, there are different positions called ropes. So there's a red rope, green rope, yellow rope, black rope, and basically these are your student leaders. Per se. So your red rope is in charge of everything as far as that's the main student leader. So there's the MTLs, and then there's the red rope, the yellow rope, the green rope, and you can volunteer for those positions. You have different responsibilities as far as head counts, marching, making sure people are doing what they're doing, holding people accountable for following the rules and all of that. And you just have different responsibilities. Personally, I did not want to be a rope at all, so that is not something I signed up for. But if you do want the additional leadership experience, you can definitely volunteer for that. There are a horrible thing but necessary thing called details. You are still going to have assigned details when you are in tech school. Again, because we were small, we had to do it a lot. There wasn't a lot of us. But we had a detail schedule where, we had to either clean the hallway, clean the laundry room, mop, sweep, do all of that. So all the airmen we cleaned. We didn't have a cleaning crew come in or something like that. It was us that had to clean, and there was a set schedule of who had to do what on what day at what time. So yeah, and you had to get there, or you had someone to cover your detail for you. So you can't just decide, oh, I don't want to do it today. No, you have to, or there will be repercussions. Punishments in tech school, there are the things called 341s, and you have them in basic training as well. It's this little slip of paper that you carry around in your pocket, and if you are doing something wrong, your MTI, or now your MTL, or your red rope can pull your 341, fill that out, and basically there are repercussions to that happening. In tech school, getting a certain amount of 341s can knock you down a phase. It can take away some of those freedom privileges that you have. Again, they're going to go over all of this when you are there because it is going to differ, but just know that there is a punishment, not punishment. There's a discipline system in place in tech school. And then there is consequences for failing your room inspections and consequences for failing open ranks. Open ranks is where you have your uniform inspection. This is going to happen probably either once a week or once a month, depending on your base. And it's where before class you have your uniform and your dress and appearance inspected. So you're going to have your hair inspected, your nails inspected, makeup as far as is it in rags, your uniform, so are there strings hanging off, is it ironed, or not ironed, but like not wrinkle free, and all of that. So, oh my God, this was so much stuff. This is gonna take me so long to edit. Okay, there's so much to fit in. Personally, I didn't have a great tech school experience just because I was there in the winter in Maryland. It was snowing and it was very, very cold, and I did not have good leadership at all. Thankfully, that leadership is gone, and people that have just graduated out of tech school at Fort Meade have loved it and have a great experience. So it all just is very subjective, because while I didn't like it, there's a lot of people that did. If you have any questions, please comment below, because this was a super long video and there's so much to go over because there was just a lot in this. So I hope this helped.